Hey, it's right about that time again, and that's Christmas time. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking about getting an Arduino or getting a friend an Arduino, but they may not know how to program. So, in this episode today, it's going to be the first episode of how to start programming in Arduino, and we're going to run through the very first example that you'll start on with Arduino. That way, you get the feel for the program and you just get a general idea on what it's like to program in Arduino. So why don't we go ahead to the computer right now and I'll show you guys what it's like. Let's go. Alright, so before we get started, I'm just going to say I'm not going to show you how to install the Arduino software. It's super simple. Just go download it from the Arduino website and just install it. You don't have to pay for it. You can hit the download only button. Super simple, and just bam, download it, and then you are ready to go and get started programming. Alrighty, so the first thing when you open up your Arduino program, you'll see something like this. Then you want to go to File, Examples, the Basics, and we're going to go to Blink. This is the simplest of the Arduino codes, and this is what we're going to go through. So this just tells you basically what it's going to do. It's going to blink on and off for a second and tells you some other stuff. It'll blink the light on the board. So you'll see a light on the board blinking. So I'm just going to delete all this because we don't need that. So the void setup is where the program takes and it'll run this part of the program a single time at the very startup or reset of your Arduino board. So like this, you have to declare that this is the built-in LED and it is an output, so you can declare inputs, outputs, and a bunch of other things in the void setup. So that's all that is needed in the void setup for this program, and then you move down to the void loop. This is where we have the digital write, which writes either a high or a low signal to the LED built-in, which is the LED that is built in. It writes it a high signal, which shows up as a 1 if you were to have this printed out, which we're not going to be doing today. But we have it write a high to that LED, and then we have it delay for 1000 milliseconds, which is 1 second. So it delays for 1 second, then it comes down and it writes it a low. Writing the low will make it turn off the LED, which essentially writes it a 0. And then the delay, it waits for it to reach a second, and then after this program right here is done, it starts over because this is a loop. So it'll loop this entire program here. It won't loop just one part of it, it'll loop the entire thing. So then it starts over, and then it starts again, and then it'll just repeat over and over. And if you look here, you will see the punctuation marks. And you can see here that if you delete this piece right here, you will get an error. So you need to make sure you have those at the end of every line. When you first get in here, you are going to want to go to Tools, and you're going to want to go down to the ports. And if you hover over that, you'll see that there is an Arduino Uno plugged in. Sometimes you won't see the Arduino Uno part after it, you'll just see COM6, and you'll want to make sure that that is the Arduino. I mean, it won't do anything bad to it if it's not the Arduino. And you're also going to want to make sure that your board is selected for the board you have. So here you have an Arduino Uno, Nano, then you have a Mega right here. These are like standards for the Arduinos that you have out there. So with those couple, you'll be able to pretty much take any starter pack that you'll get off the internet, and you'll be able to start programming with one of those 3 or 4 boards. And now that you have this selected here, you can hit get board info if you want. You can just see a couple different things there. But then when you hit the upload button, you can watch the Arduino. Now, if you have this access denied part here, you will want to try unplugging and replugging in your Arduino and making sure you have the right board selected. Now you can see that it is uploading, it's blinking. Now, if you want to go ahead and play with the program a little bit, you can make it blink seizure fast. So if you write it to 10 milliseconds, It may be too fast for it, but you can go ahead and try and upload it. If you get this error, you'll have to unplug and replug your board, and sometimes with different Windows machines you'll get this error. Generally with Linux you don't really get that error. I'm not sure what it is. Then you can see it uploading, and then you can see it really doesn't move because it's too long there. But if you want to move it to say 50 milliseconds, I think that will make it blink faster. Now you can see that it is really blinking there. So with that, you can take and you can start breadboarding, and that will be a different video. Hey, alrighty guys, thanks for watching, and feel free to tune in for my next episode 2 of Arduino programming, where I can show you how to breadboard, and then we can make physical LEDs light up with the breadboard. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.